Hi guys, this is John here. In this lecture, we will continue our journey of building a drone product company, where in the previous lecture we saw how do we calculate the cost of an individual product, and we saw the concept of labor and material. So now let us continue and look at the other cost elements and how those cost elements make us understand that there are small costs that you will have to be aware of as an entrepreneur. So let's get started on that. So first and foremost, if you want to start a company, you will need a place to build the product. Now here you have two options. You can buy the place or you can rent the place. Now buying is always expensive, but if you have the money to buy the place, then you will not pay a regular rent. Again, both have its advantages and disadvantages. I want you to try and see what the property costs are. So let's say if we want to rent a place, and since I am from Mumbai, I would say I'm starting my company in Thane. Now let us see what are rent costs in Thane. So you should Google Thane rent costs for commercial property. So you can get some idea here that for a place in Thane, typically for renting it, the rent would be anywhere from 30,000 rupees to 4 lakh rupees. Now you have to be smart about how you calculate your rent. But when you are calculating actual costs, it's always a good idea to Google it and find out what the actual pricing is. So now I will go ahead and put in a value of 60,000 rupees is our annual rent. Now remember, this number will get multiplied by 12. So effectively your total rent is 60,000 rupees into 12. So in a given year, you'll be paying 7,20,000 rupees rent. Now these are real costs which you have to be aware of. So let us continue. And as I showed you, you'll have to Google and find out which place you plan to start your company and accordingly put in your rent values. Then the next is for building a company, you will also have to build a website. And typically you can Google again the cost of building a website. And based on the type of website that you need to create, you have many answers. So you can look at the kind of website that Drona has. So Drona has the option of buying the product, viewing the product, ordering, payment gateway, a lot of features. So that kind of a website will cost a minimum of 30,000 rupees. So again, as I'm saying, putting actual values is also doing a little bit of research, and that's entrepreneurship for you. So once you do that, the website development cost is around 30,000 rupees. Then there is a website maintenance cost. So your website maintenance cost roughly is 5% of your total cost. So a 5% cost of 30,000 rupees is 1,500. So that's your website maintenance cost per month. So you need to put that. Now, why am I explaining all these points to you? Because when you are running a company, it's all about profit. And profit is basically cost and revenue. Revenue is the money that will come in and cost is the money that's going out. So the difference between these two is called profit. And if your revenue is higher than your cost, then your profit is positive. And if your revenue is lower than your cost, then your profit is negative. And that is called as loss, which you are already aware of from our theory lectures. So that said, basically, these are different cost elements. So first we calculated R&D cost, then we've got our product cost, we've got our website cost, then we've got our website maintenance cost. So these costs you have to be aware of. And also there is a cost of paying salaries. So now you have to decide that if you are going to pay a salary to yourself. So if I am the CEO and if I'm going to pay myself a salary, that will be an added cost in my books. So you have to decide. I am a CEO who decides to take profit rather than being a part of the cost, and I'll explain to you the concept of profit. So here I will say I'm CEO, I've got a monthly salary of 0, means I'm not taking money up front. And also Gokul, who is our CTO or Chief Technology Officer, he also plans not to take a salary. And I will show you how the profit gets split. So we are not taking any salary during the year, but we will definitely take from the profit, and that is very important. So the point I'm trying to make is entrepreneurship is all about taking a risk, and by not taking a salary initially, at first, we make sure that the company gets all the money and then we can enjoy from the profit. And that's the risk we take. Now, the risk is that your company might not make a profit. Well, there you will also have to make sure you take part in the loss. So if there's profit, all great. If there's loss, then we have a problem. So as I told you, entrepreneurship is all about taking a risk, but that is why when people are successful entrepreneurs, they are millionaires and they are billionaires. So the point I'm trying to make is, initially, people who start the company do not take a salary, but you can choose to take a salary. It's up to you. And the Entrepedia platform allows you to specify that. So initially, we are not taking salaries here. So in this section, what we've realized are the various cost elements. We looked at the cost to run the company. We looked at the web development cost. We looked at the maintenance cost for the website. And we looked at the cost of salaries. Now, if you decide to hire more people, then you can add their salaries here by adding employees. But as of now, we'll keep our company small. We've got 2 R&D folks. We've got CEO and CTO. You can add more employees here in case you want to grow the company. Now, in the next lecture, I will show you the sales and marketing, and we will look at the important section of generating profit and how do we actually walk through the numbers of generating profit. So I hope this lecture was clear for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Thank you.